Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chapter 12 of the Manga Melee podcast, a bi-weekly podcast dedicated to manga, comics, books, some seasonal anime, whatever we feel like talking about in that kind of sphere, more or less. I'm Jay, and as always, I'm joined by my beautiful co-host, Parf.
Dude,
how are you doing today, Parf?
Too nice. Rough start to the morning, but I'm doing good now that I'm here. Just happy to be here.
Seems like you're in a new environment.
Yeah, Oregon.
Yeah, how was your cross-country move and everything? Did you...
Balls.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah. No, not fun. Living on the road for 4 days, not great. And everything's in these apartments broken, so thriving.
Yeah.
Just thriving.
Nice. You're in the grind, but, you're there, and that's what counts.
I'm here for participation.
Yeah. So, yeah. Why don't you tell the people what you've been up to, basically? It's been a minute since we've seen you on the pod, actually. It's been like 3 episodes or so.
Yeah, I just dropped this on my hand. It actually really fucking hurt.
For those of you who might be listening to the audio of this, he was holding up a commemorative Jujutsu Kaisen cube.
Yeah, I got jokes.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. But it's fine.
What have I been up to? I moved to Oregon. I'm in law school now. Hating my existence. Don't know why I did this. You never think, first off, because, 2 things, and cut me off if I go too far.
You're good.
So in Oregon, you would think it's more of a leftist state, more like just liberal.
No.
Not at all. No. The amount of people who act like they're... I mean, it's just like I'm back in Southern Virginia. It's just
Oregon,
shit.
Okay, so no disrespect to Oregon or anything like that. I have friends from Oregon.
As
I know a lot of people
here now. I can disrespect it.
I live around the other Portland, so I have respect for Portland, Oregon, and stuff like that too. But Oregon is also not Portland, and that's fine too. I wouldn't want all of Oregon to be like Portland because Portland has its own set of issues.
Not to say that it's a bad thing. Just I was very shocked because
I'm pretty sure Oregon was literally founded as to get away from minorities and shit like that.
Just people with very weird, bad views, and then also law school. You'd think you're going in because we're all here. We're trying. We had to get into the school. You're thinking we're all going to be professional. It is I'm living in high school again. The way that fucking rumors just spread right away. I'm like, oh my god.
In 1844, Oregon banned black people from the state. So, yeah.
Oregon pride. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but you gotta make the most out of your situation. I guess
for sure.
And America as a whole is a pretty fucking racist place a lot of the time. I say this as someone who lives in New England, which is a lot of people pride it as being liberal and very egalitarian and stuff like that. It's nah, they're people who don't believe in that sort of thing. Pretty much anywhere you go, it turns out. It's not going to change just based off of a geographical area.
It's a great state. I shouldn't say great. It's a fun state so far.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about the nature there. I'm a big nature guy, so
I'm
that's
going
what
on a fishing trip next month, actually. So
nice.
Should be fun.
That sounds great. Are you guys going to be on a boat or?
We haven't really. So far, the details is we're gonna go to the coast during October because we have a 4-day weekend. So we're gonna go on the coast. We're gonna go fishing. They're gonna take me fishing because I've never been fishing out here, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we have another fishing trip planned. I think on that we're just gonna be on the coast, not on a boat. But we have another one in February planned. My buddy has a ice fishing house.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
I've never been ice fishing either. Yeah. I really.
I haven't
either. Though.
I haven't either.
It's a pretty big thing in the area I'm at, especially whenever things start to freeze over. I think that my partner's grandparents actually have a shack and everything that they bring out onto the lake and whatnot. So I think I might try and get that done this year. Actually, it's just so fucking cold is the issue, and you just got to like drink the entire time, drink it and then smoke. That's all there is to it. But I mean, that's kind of fishing in general, I guess, not just ice fishing.
Yeah, because before I came here, I went on a kayaking trip with my friends. That's all I did. I just drank. I didn't even buy a fishing license. I'm like, guys, you guys can take the fishing part. I'll take the alcohol part. Which also
I didn't do any kayaking this summer.
Here.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
As for me, sorry.
No, I was about to ask. Jay, what about you?
Yeah. As for me, I honestly haven't been up to too much. Been trying to been doing a new work schedule, and it's a little bit difficult. It's overnight stuff. It's not like difficult, I guess. It's just it's hard on my body at points, so it's hard for me to get all the manga reading and whatnot and that I want every week, because I'm just like asleep whenever Weekly Shonen Jump updates sometimes, and then I just end up not thinking about it.
That's a highlight of my week.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I have to look forward to. No, I will say, because when I was living on the East Coast, it comes out at 11. Here, I get to wake up to it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I have a couple weddings and stuff I'm going to be going to in the next couple weeks, so that should be fun. I'll be traveling a little bit for that, but not like super far, Mm-hmm. So like a state over for one of them, and then one of them is literally in the same state I'm in, so I'm not traveling that far at all for it. And then I got some news that my mom and grandma are planning on coming up here at some point in the near future, so that should be fun. I haven't seen them in quite a long time.
That should be fun, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. But, enough about me, enough about you. We should probably talk about some manga and anime and whatever else we've been enjoying. So, first off, I don't know if you've been watching any of the seasonal anime, but highly recommend, now, man. Dude. Lycoris Recoil, Call of the Night, both are slapping. I think both of them are having like their best episodes at the moment. Specifically, Call of the Night, episode 11 that came out this week was insanely good. It introduced probably the best character in the entire series, in my opinion.
There's one anime I saw a little clip of today. I'm probably butchering this. Fudo P?
Oh, Fudo Pi.
Yeah, Pi. That looks good.
It's a Kamen Rider series, weirdly enough.
Oh. Dude,
it's good, though.
I just saw the fucking bugs on the front of it. I'm like, yeah. It's like a clip of like this dude who's like a bug shooting people with bugs. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much Kamen Rider. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about that. You don't necessarily have to be like into Kamen Rider to get into that one, from what I understand. It's pretty solid as a standalone, even though it is technically a sequel to a live-action Kamen Rider, from what I understand.
The whole Kamen Rider universe always confused me.
Yeah, I have a couple friends who are big into like Toku and stuff like that, and it's not like as complicated as it seems.
Okay.
It's just the resources are kind of difficult to find, if that makes sense.
That does.
It's like trying to get into any kind of obscure genre, foreign genre. You just have to figure out where to look. But once you know like the websites that might be posting totally legal ways in order to purchase and get these videos that you might be looking for of the Kamen Rider series, then you can totally legally do that. It's just finding those that's the difficult part. Lycoris Recoil and Call of the Night. Lycoris Recoil, actually, the novel is still, the light novel that's coming out for it is still in pre-order. It's already got like 100,000 copies sold and had to be reprinted like 4 or 5 times just in pre-order, which is insane. I'm fully predicting that they are going to give Lycoris Recoil at least another season, if not like a season and a spin-off.
Probably.
I could see a gacha game happening based off of the fact that they have so many outfits they wear and like the OP and stuff like that. I don't know. It feels like a respectful gotcha advertisement compared to something like Tact OP that came out this year that was like just straight up in your face a gotcha advertisement with razor thin plot and just not a whole lot going on apart from looking and sounding very pretty. The plot just was not there. Yeah, definitely agreed. Let's see. What have I been watching? I talked about Call of the Night. I talked about that.
I can tell you what I've been reading.
Oh, tell me what you've been reading, please.
So I finished Monster finally.
Nice.
But then I picked up Record of Ragnarok.
Nice.
Let me tell you,
where does Monster rank in your all-time listing? I've heard a lot of people put it pretty high up when they finish reading it.
That's such a good question. I haven't thought much about that. And I might give a hot take here, and anybody is welcome to refute me on it or shit on me for it. Because I think I would put it above Berserk.
Oh. That is a pretty hot take, but I don't think people will be that mad about it for the most part.
And there's a couple reasons for that. I mean, Berserk is good. Art is great. But one thing about Monster that helped me a lot, I've been to Germany multiple times. I've been to the places that they go to.
You've never been to Falconia.
Yeah, I've never been to fucking Falconia, okay, guys? I'm sorry. I've never fucking had seen a bunch of dudes get sacrificed in the eclipse. Sorry. My fucking bad. But no, it's that. It's just, cool to see names that, not obviously I don't recognize.
It's like a relatability factor.
Relatability. And I think that it's a plausible story, so it's fun.
Yeah. So it's not the case of where you're like, Monster is just better than Berserk, period. It's for you personally. Because of that, you got more enjoyment. You're able to get more enjoyment.
And I'm not going to be one of those kids who goes on to TikTok or Johann Liebert is the best villain of our history. He is such a peak man. He is the Norman Bates of it's like, oh my god, my brothers in Christ.
There's some strong American Psycho vibes with Johann fans sometimes. Would you put it above Steel Ball Run?
Well, I don't put them in the same category, but enjoyability, no. Steel Ball Run was so good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that Steel Ball Run will probably, depending on part 9, I don't know, but Steel Ball Run was really good.
Mm-hmm. And so you said you were reading Record of Ragnarok too. Yeah. How far in did you get into that?
I'm caught up.
Nice. I think I might be one chapter. I might be one chapter behind or something like that. But
dude,
the newest fight has been so sick.
The anime butchered it, so I'm I spent so much time just putting it off. Reading it so much better, so much better.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Fucking.
It's sad.
I think my favorite fight's gotta be the Jack the Ripper fight.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper versus Hercules. One of my favorite fights too. I just love how the environment factors into it a lot. Plus, just the clash of ideals from Jack and Hercules. I like how Hercules' character is affected by it. I like how Jack is affected by winning.
Even humanity's I don't know if we should be rooting for this guy.
Yeah.
Who else? Second fight was great. I forgot the name.
Adam and Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the fight I was most mad that the anime butchered it.
Yeah. Such a great fight. And then, not this fight, because the Tesla fight is going to be good. But what was the fight before that?
Hades and Chin. I can't think of his name.
Oh, another great fucking fight. Just great fight.
Yeah.
Which sucks because they're gonna have they can't let the humans keep winning.
Yeah.
So someone's gonna be dying.
Well, maybe a plot twist happens in this one and the tournament gets interrupted by something too.
Maybe.
But then that would also be kind of disappointing because there are fights that I know a lot of people really want to see, which I'm sure we would still see the characters fight in some way because it's Record of Ragnarok. Fights are the name of the game. Fights advance the plot. Fights are the plot. Yeah. Like, the plot is a vehicle for the fights, more or less. And, yeah. I really enjoy Record of Ragnarok, too. I've never really been big on a lot of the, like, tournament fighting manga. I've enjoyed Baki to an extent. I haven't really gotten around to reading Kingen Ashura or Kingen Omega, obviously, since that's the sequel. Yeah. But I've heard mostly good things. Some people trying to disparage Omega a bit from what I understand. They didn't like it quite as much as Ashura for the most part. Okay. And the issue I have with Baki is that, like, if you're fighting a Japanese person in Baki, you're fucked. You're just you're going to lose no matter what.
And that's just a real lesson to learn for life.
Yeah, don't get into fights with Japanese people.
Don't fuck with the Japanese.
Period. We got Frieren getting an anime adaptation that got announced. No studio or staff announced yet, but I'm really excited for that. I would love for it to get like. Shocked. You're shocked?
Not shocked. Shocked was not the right word. Worried, just because. Isn't it like? I don't want to pull a number out of my ass because I might be wrong, but like it's in the 100 chapter range, like in the hundreds, not like 200, 300, just hundreds, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, but like
JJK only had like 80 chapters when it got an anime announced.
I just don't want the anime to.
I don't think they'll rush.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, they just make it a one core or something like that, and just don't adapt the whole thing. They stop at whatever arc.
You know that one line. I can't wait to see animated.
Yeah. Oh, I 100% know that one line. God, Frieren in chapter 19. So good.
The fact that it's gonna break me.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to see the dub for that too.
Yeah,
I'll probably watch a couple. I'll watch a couple different dubs.
Exactly.
What else did we get? Let's see. We had Bleach got an out. 1,000 Year Blood War got announced as a 4-core adaptation. I'm not surprised by this at all. There were people who were speculating if it was just going to be done in like 1 or 2 cores, and I'm like, this is an arc that's like, I'm pretty sure it's a couple 100 chapters long or something like that.
I mean, not only that, but like it's their last arc, so they gotta milk it.
It's 400. It's chapters 424 to 686.
So
it's 200. It's 242 chapters.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be a long time before it ends, and they gotta milk it. It's their last Bleach thing. They gotta milk it a bit.
Yeah, it's looking pretty solid. Is the thing like. The only thing that I've been kind of worried about, and I know that Kubo said that he's got it, like, he was rushed, and he wants to add more stuff and change things around a bit with this anime adaptation.
That's worrisome.
I don't know if it's that worrisome, though, because people didn't really like the ending of Bleach when it first came out. I don't know if people remember that, but I do.
See,
people did not like
because
the ending.
I mean, Bleach isn't... I mean... So is One Piece. I don't really have much place to talk. Bleach is notorious for filler, and when you hear the word anime original content, you immediately associate with filler. That's all.
That is true, but keep in mind that this isn't going to be weekly either.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be a seasonal anime.
Good old Disney Plus.
I mean, but it is getting a simulcast. It got announced that we will get a simulcast, so that's good. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not... Part of me wanted... There was a part of me that wanted them to announce no simulcast just to see like the chaos that would envelop the Bleach fandom. I'm not even gonna lie there.
No, it would be funny.
That's my mess. That's just my messy side speaking.
It would have been funny.
But I'm happy. I'm happy that the Bleach fans are eating now because I like when manga get good adaptations, and the big three, they all deserve better adaptations than what they got for the most part. And One Piece is slowly like One Piece has been a lot better recently. I mean, or worse, depending on who you ask. I know some people didn't like that Luffy was like flying around and stuff in the anime while fighting Kaido.
I mean, that's
but
no, I liked it.
how does he fly?
He's not like flying around. He's like using his rubber hands to like go wee woo. He's swinging. It's swinging.
Off of what?
Next question.
All right.
Don't got that answer.
Like they just need. I wonder if we'll ever get like a Naruto redo or anything like that.
Doubtful.
Honestly, probably not. You're right.
People just put Naruto on a pedestal because the dub was really well done, and
I would like to just do the first part.
Maybe the first part.
A redo of the first part would probably be pretty sick, honestly.
I mean, it has some
maybe
of the best
maybe
arcs
in
of
like
anime.
For like the 35th anniversary or some shit when we're old men.
No, that'd be good. I'd agree with that one.
And then we also got some licensing announcements. Mostly, the one that really got me was the summer Hikaru died. Got announced by Yen Press. That is by Moku Moku Ren. It is a boys' love manga about like basically this guy's friend dies and a doppelganger monster shadow sort of deal like takes his place, and it's him trying to like be friends with the fucking monster and teach it how to be human, I suppose. I haven't read it, but it's a really interesting concept, and I do like the art for it, and I believe it recently passed some sales milestones too, which would explain why it's getting licensed over here. Then another thing, did you see that they announced that My Hero Academia had like the most sold manga volume in the United States this year? And it only had like 34,000 units sold or something like that. The United States manga market,
right.
It's in the gutter, it feels like. It must not be counting, like, I guess box sets probably like are a big part of that.
Fuck My Hero. Second off, that just doesn't
it's in the
feel
gutter.
right to me.
I don't know if you guys saw, but it dropped like 6 rankings or something like that.
My Hero?
The last table of contents, yeah.
Oh, as it should. He dropped the fucking, I forget his name.
Horikoshi.
Yeah, Horikoshi. He dropped the fucking ball, man. Holy
I'm sorry
shit.
to Len. I'm sorry to Len that you have to hear this, but
he could have had so much cool shit, you know?
He knows how I feel about it, though.
Yeah. It could have been such great development for everybody if little fucking Explodey boy stayed dead, and now he's still alive with a fucking dude living in his heart.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
It's cringe. It's fucking... Even
At least the art is still good. At least the art is still good.
Like, I saw someone compare, like, you guys are upset about this, but what about Lady Shio in Naruto when she revived Gaara? I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking jutsu, my guy.
I didn't like when
buy jutsu.
I didn't like when Pain revived everybody in Naruto.
Like,
that was lame.
It was lame, but like that's a jutsu. I'm willing to I can suspend my disbelief. It's like, all right, this guy has the eyes of God. I'm willing to suspend my disbelief that he can do that. This dude's like, I can shrink down and turn my threads into his body. Best genius, tie me to his heart.
I mean,
first off, if you can do that, why aren't you doing it to kill this guy? Why don't you shrink down and go up his ass and take his heart out?
So you're doing the Ant-Man argument for best genius.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Fucking, I don't know, man. Like, quirks are basically magic now. Like, it doesn't really make sense when you think about like Star and Stripes' ability, how that would ever be like a biological thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Just being able to like erase air and stuff like that by seeing it, saying its name and erasing it or whatever. I don't know. I've always been on the fence about My Hero just because I've read a lot of superhero stuff in my day. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the not like indie superhero stuff is specifically what I should say, not like the non-DC Marvel stuff. So I've got a pretty high bar for like superhero fiction and stuff that I'm willing to read if you're not one of the major publishers or something like that. And I don't know. There were parts of My Hero where I saw people talking about them and I had them explained to me and I was like, wow, that sounds really cool. I'm like, that was unique. And there's just a certain point where it just kind of dropped the ball for me.
Yeah.
Especially with how he treats some of the characters compared to some of the others. Like it really is just the Deku show. And if you enjoy that, more power to you, but it's not for me.
So he had the opportunity to set it up like Naruto did with they had a class, and the class, I mean, while it is the Naruto show, we get like arcs where it's Naruto and this group of kids. It's Naruto and this group of kids. Oh, look how they've grown. Look at their new shit. Look how they're teammates. Look at their past. Like that's he makes it the Naruto show while still being showing everybody else. It's always just a fucking Deku show with occasional guest appearances from Todoroki and Bakugo.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's.
Did you like the new One Piece chapter at least? Are you caught up on that?
I am, and I have mixed feelings about it.
We can do some One Piece spoiler talk real quick if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, so we'll do One Piece spoiler talk for the next couple minutes so Parth can vent a bit.
Yeah, it's just they're clearly setting up a lot, and that's cool. Completely fine with that. But first off, Luffy says, "This is my dream," and then just cuts the face to black, and it was like, "Wow, that's such a crazy dream." It's like, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit. What the fuck is his dream?
Why wouldn't he just say it?
Like, I mean, he said it. We just don't get to see it. And the chapter before, a bunch of shit went down, and now this chapter, it like
I meant more of why wouldn't Oda say it? To us,
yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. For originally it was like, oh, he just wants to be Pirate King. Now it's I want to be Pirate King because, and then he doesn't say why.
He wants to stomp on Sakamoto according to this fucking spread.
He wants to he wants to buy every restaurant in the world so nobody goes hungry. And then we have Nico Robin reading the newspaper like, oh shit, this kingdom got destroyed. Oh shit, Sabo's like, doing shit. Sabo's alive. All this shit, and like she's like, I'll tell you guys later. It's like that's gonna take another 50 chapters before Luffy finds out all this shit because Nico Robin probably forgets.
I heard that Sabo might be dead.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't think so either because it's Oda is the thing, and he already killed off. Like Sabo's character is that he killed off Ace too soon and regretted it. So if Sabo died now, I feel like we would get little Sosa or some shit like that come in with the flame fruit or whatever afterwards.
It was just like, it's just stupid shit. I don't know. It was cool, but I wanted more from the chapter, and I'm just upset that I have to wait another week.
I understand. Yeah, JJK had a pretty solid chapter. I'm liking where it's going with
I love where it's going.
The Maki stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a fan of Maki. I'm a fan of Toji. I'm liking the redesign of Kamo and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, I love the redesign.
We get to see Naoya get shit on once more. Like, what is there not to love?
No, I mean, the fucking sumo and the sword, and they're like, yeah, we just like... they go, who are you guys? I'm just a guy with a sword. I'm just a guy who wants to wrestle ladies. It's like, god damn. Those are my fucking heroes right there.
Yeah. I'm enjoying the characters quite a bit, and people are complaining that it's just been a lot of fights and stuff like that, but I feel like we've gotten quite a lot of characterization in these fights, especially with the newer characters they've been introducing. And a lot of people, it just kind of feels like they're complaining to complain a little bit at the time. I'm not going to even front. So I just I try to ignore a lot of people's opinions on like manga and stuff like that, and formulate my own stuff. There are a few critics I enjoy their opinions about things, but it's more about like broad topics in manga rather than like individual series and stuff like that. Form your own opinions is basically what I'm trying to say at the end of the day.
I agree.
Akane Banashi had yet another banger.
Still need to get on that train.
It's in its 5th reprint for Volume 1. It's got 200,000 copies in circulation. It's so good. This is another one that is definitely going to get a manga an anime adaptation at some point. It's just a matter of getting to the amount of chapters where it will be possible, because it's only on chapter like 24, 25 or something like that right now. And of course, I've been reading Chainsaw Man as it comes out too. Yep. I think I'm actually one behind on that. I don't think I read the latest chapter of it, but I heard some pretty good things about it, and I've been enjoying the more slice of lifey aspect with it. I feel like Fujimoto is pacing himself.
Yeah, he is.
Part a lot more. Like, by this point in the first part, Denji had like chainsawed through all those zombies, met Makima, met Aki. I'm pretty sure he had met Power already too. Or Power might be like a couple chapters after where we're at, because we're only like 6 or 7 chapters in. The series moved to bi-weekly too, which I think is a good fit for it. The weekly shit is just hell, it seems like, honestly.
No, I agree.
And then we also got some news that the next volume of Hunter x Hunter is just about done. Like, they're just... Togashi is done with his part. He's waiting on other people to finish up their parts now, essentially. Like the volume art and stuff like that. So,
have they said how they're going to release it?
It'll probably... that is a good question. They haven't said how they're going to release it. I wonder if they're going to just release a raw volume, or if they'll put it in weekly.
Yeah.
Because if it gets put in weekly, that's going to be the number one thing on the TOC every single time it goes in.
Yeah, for sure. People have been waiting for this one.
Yeah. As it should be. I'm very excited for that. I'm so happy that, like, Togashi is feeling good enough to be able to do this stuff again.
We finally get to get off this damn boat.
Yeah. No, we're going to be on the boat for a while longer.
Probably.
Yeah. This next volume's got to be on the boat. And I imagine the one after that, too. Like, we probably got, like, 2 more volumes in Succession War, I imagine.
I would say 3.
2, maybe 3. Yeah, it depends on if he wants this to be more like York New or Chimera Ant arc, I guess.
If it's Chimera Ant arc, we got more here for a while.
Yeah, I don't think so, though, because Chimera Ant arc, let me see how many chapters it was. It was 100, well, it was only like 133 chapters. It is still the longest arc, but it's not that bad. Let's see, what else?
I mean, we'll probably get the next couple of chapters. We'll probably focus on the spiders, because it was just starting to go in on them.
True. Yeah. Oh man, I need the Hisoka and Kurapika team up to happen. Shit's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, I would love to see what Hisoka's up to on the ship.
I'm sure no good. I'm positive he is up to no good. I mean, he is killing genociders, though. But he's not doing it for the right reason, but he is being heroic, kind of.
I mean, he is killing bad people, but he's doing it because he's a bad guy.
It's like if somebody was hunting down Nazis, but they were doing it because those Nazis owed them $20.
Yeah, it's like...
instead of because they're Nazis.
I appreciate it, but also, you should go to jail.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, nobody should go to jail for killing Nazis. That is the official stance of the Manga
Recommendation. Unless in a freak accident the Nazis take over, then hey.
No. Parf, you could,
I'm kidding.
Well,
I'm kidding.
This is the last episode we're ever gonna have Parf on.
No, guys, I'm just trying to play both sides. No.
There's gonna be a picture of they're gonna have one of those like Stalin like pictures of you and me, where you're just gonna disappear from the frame.
Yeah,
It's just gonna be an empty place where your chair is.
No, it is our official stance that Nazis should be killed.
Yeah. And we also got the next manga awards happened. We had 2 winners announced for that. The first one was Medalist, which is by Surumi Kata. It is an ice skating manga. Tsukasa, whose dreams were crushed, and Inori left to fend for herself. These two share a dream, and their tenacity may be the only thing that sees them through. Their destination, the ice, on the world stage. This shit has like 450,000 copies or something like that right now. The next manga award is pretty much like it's just dedicated to finding what they think is going to be the next big manga, and there you go. And then there's a web manga that also won called Super no Ura Diani Su Futari. Sasaki, an overworked salaryman, goes through an average stressful day just for a single light at the end of the tunnel. Yamada, the always cheerful clerk at his favorite convenience store. One day, Sasaki takes an extra amount of time at a company meeting, and by the time he gets to the convenience store, Yamada is already clocked out. However, as he leaves, he notices a young woman with piercings smoking behind the store? Question mark?
Question mark?
Both of these sound pretty interesting, actually, and I'm wondering if there is... I know Medalist is going to get an English printing. I heard whisperings of that, or I'm pretty sure I saw it confirmed. I'm not sure. But this other one, that seems like one I'd have to find some scanlations for, I assume. Hopefully with it getting the next award, it gets an English printing. Or at least like a French printing or something that I can go off of from there. Because it looks... I like the art style of it, and the plot synopsis reminds me of kind of like a grown-up Call of the Night without vampires. And I think that was something a lot of people were lamenting about Call of the Night, was that they had wished that instead of being a middle schooler, that the main character was like a college-age student or a salaryman or something like that.
It would be nice.
Agreed. So I definitely want to check that out. That sounds cool. So that was the winners of the Next Manga Awards 2022. And that's pretty much all the news we had this week. It was a pretty slow week for manga news. And honestly, both of us have been pretty busy, so we might have missed a couple of things as well. So I apologize if there was a news story that we missed and didn't talk about. You know, if you have one that you think we should have talked about, add us on Twitter at Manga Melee Pod, and I would be happy to discuss it in the next episode for sure, or even discuss it with you on Twitter if you want to get into a conversation about it. So up next, we got the table of contents for Weekly Shonen Jump, issue number 42. That's the one coming out on, it should be the 19th or 18th of September. We got One Piece with the cover and lead color page. We got, that is going to have Luffy's newest form on there, I believe, in color. And then we got Blue Box taking the number 1 spot after that, followed by My Hero Academia. We got Nige Juzo no Wakajimi. Not sure what that is. I think it's a one-shot. And then we got Ginka and Gluna, this new series that came out this week with a color page / 25-page chapter. Ginka and Gluna, I would highly recommend this one. I've been I enjoyed the first chapter quite a bit.
Is this the one that just came out?
Yeah, if you like Frieren, I think it would be really solid. If you like Frieren, it stars a girl who's a magician and a magical snowman, which is pretty sick. Then we got Me and Robico after that, followed by Mission Yozakura Family. Then we Witch Watch. Then we got P6 with a color page, Tokyo Demon Bride story with a 23-page chapter. Akane Banashi going down pretty far, actually. I'm surprised because the last chapter was solid, but it might be because it was the end of an arc, so it kind of slowed down a little bit. And then we have Sakamoto Days with a color page after that, and followed by Mashal, Black Clover, Maybe Next Time, which is a one-shot by Hanjo Aito, Undead Unluck, and then the bottom 3 are High School Family, Super Smartphone, and Aliens Area. It's sad to see Aliens Area and Super Smartphone both in the bottom again, since they came at the exact same time.
I think they could bounce back.
I don't know, man.
I think they can. I'm holding out hope. I'm gonna be the guy who holds out hope, man.
Okay. I never want to see it. Well, okay, I lied. I wanted to see Earthchild get the axe. I did want to see Earthchild get
I want
the
to
axe.
see P6 get the axe.
I can't even front about that. But
Man, fuck
these two, I don't necessarily want them to get the axe. I think Super Smartphone is better than a lot of people think it is. It's not great, but I feel a lot of people just kind of dismiss it because the premise is dumb, admittedly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very fun manga. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's probably like a 6, I would say.
It's not bad.
Which maybe isn't good enough to stay in Weekly Shonen Jump. I don't know. Ginka and Gluna, like I said, it's really good. Definitely recommend it. Witch Watch, trying to catch up on that. I've heard good stuff about Blue Box. Seeing it up there, stuff as well. Seeing it up there definitely gives me confidence that it can get like an anime adaptation after it has enough source material, because they're always looking for those shonen romances to adapt, honestly. They're always looking for that next My Dress Up Darling or something.
They really are at this point.
Yeah.
That thing's becoming cash cow for them.
Yeah. Well, that's a cash cow for Square Enix. But, yeah. People want a slice of that pie, essentially.
Yeah.
All right. And then I guess we can kind of talk about what we're planning to read and what we are recommending this week in general.
Yeah. I would love a recommendation for what I should read after Monster. I don't know. Oh, his other one. 20th Century Boys I need to read.
Yeah, didn't you? I feel like you've tried to get me to read that a couple times.
I've recommended it because I've just been recommended it, but I need to finish it.
Heard a lot of good stuff about 20th Century Boys.
And I remember distinctly, I placed an order for the first 2 volumes, and it got canceled on me. So that by the way, that's the worst thing about living here right now. There's no good bookstore nearby me.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I lived in a paradise of having 3 within a 20-minute range of me, and now I have none.
Damn. That sucks. Do you have any seasonal anime you're looking forward to next season?
I haven't been keeping up. I really don't know what's coming out besides Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man, Bleach, Mob Psycho.
Bleach. Oh, Mob Psycho, yeah.
Spy Family Season 2. What else?
I'm sure Spy Family will be good, but I probably won't watch. I'll just keep reading.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be. I might still be week to week because my girlfriend enjoys it quite a bit, but she's ahead of where it's at, and she just started reading the manga, so she might not even want to do that.
It's just a struggle to sit down and watch something these days.
Definitely agree with that. We got Blue Lock coming out, My Hero Academia, 2 Year Eternity. All right, Uzaki-chan.
I will watch 2 Year Eternity. I can
Golden Kamuy 4th season.
I might wait for Golden Kamuy to come out fully before I watch that.
Nah, you gotta watch that weekly.
Dude,
support them.
It is such a brutal. I barely have time to sit down and read. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
I have you're lucky things. I'm here, all right? I have a paper due.
Yeah, on what? Sucking dick? Shut up.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is Jay.
He was stunned
maybe it is Jay.
silence.
Maybe it is Jay.
Yeah,
okay.
I went to the dick sucking factory and there was a picture of you on the wall.
Employee of the month.
Yeah, everybody was talking about you.
Damn
They were wondering why you missed your shift.
I give good top.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. I will definitely be watching 2 Year Eternity.
So, you just finished Monster.
Yep.
You're going to go for 20th Century Boys. Have you read Blood on the Tracks?
No.
That might be one for you to check out.
No. Well, I'll remember Blood on the Tracks.
Yeah, Blood on the Tracks is a pretty easy name. The Girl by the Shore is
Bleach.
Good.
Bleach I plan on reading. I have the box set. Gonna start reading that more.
You have all of it?
No, just the first box set. I bought it before I left. That's what I planned on reading on my ride. because I split it with my dad, but instead I just decided to read Monster instead.
Nice.
So that's how I finished Monster. But yeah, no, I'm gonna do Bleach. I never liked the anime. I honestly enjoy the manga so far. I'm like 4 volumes deep, so not that deep, but still.
Yeah.
When an anime has a character named Chad, you know it's good.
Extremely true. I was thinking about that. Like, if Bleach came out nowadays, it would benefit from internet culture.
Yeah.
Because of having a character named Chad,
Yeah.
whereas Death Note would suffer for it because it has a character named L.
I'll pull it. Hey, how could we sit here and discuss anything without taking a moment of silence for the Queen of England?
What do you mean? Why would we do that?
Dude, my life...
I don't think she liked manga is the issue.
Dude, how could you say that? She died not knowing what the One Piece is, Jay. How the fuck could you say that?
Dude, no, she read those leaks and she was like, Luffy's dream, blank.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He was reincarnated into Trisha Paytas' baby.
Dude, I was sitting in the middle of my class and I look over my friend's laptop because me and him both have MacBooks, and I just see right here his girlfriend texts him, Trisha Paytas named her baby Malibu Barbie. I'm like, oh my god,
that's
fucking kidding
me.
Because she went on, was like, guys, I get it. My baby was born after the queen died, but I'm not going to name her Elizabeth, okay? This is a person. This is a human being's life. Turns around and names her kid Malibu Barbie. Elizabeth is a normal name, Trish.
Where was the father at during all this? Because I'm pretty sure she's married. Like,
yeah,
why
didn't
he stop this? She's married to Ethan's wife from fucking H3H3.
Yeah, I don't know where he was, dude. Dude is wild for letting her name him that. We'll name her that, sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I think for my recommendation this week, I'm going to tell people to go read...
I don't have my shelf to do that anymore.
Go read Hell's Paradise. That shit's good.
I
read it before the anime comes out.
I also
so
miss my shelf.
Read it before it was popular.
I just have a really shitty couch behind me now.
Oh, do you put like your volumes on your couch now?
No, I just don't. I don't have any. The only things I have with me are Bleach, Box Set 1, All of Monster, One Piece Volume 99, 100. And
you just left them at home?
I drove here in a Volkswagen Passat.
You didn't get like a U-Haul or anything?
No, I'm waiting for my parents to mail me everything. Slowly. But my recommendation, is this non-manga or manga recommendation?
This is manga recommendations.
I would recommend, Bleach. Oldie but goodie. One of the two things I can see right now, Bleach.
Arth repping all of the big three.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, I'm one of the rare few, baby.
And JoJo's.
Yeah, of course, JoJo's. Non-manga. I'm gonna get to this right away because I want to take it before you do. I don't know if you've recommended it yet. House of Dragon, really fucking good.
I think Peter recommended it actually last week.
Yeah, really good.
The week before last.
It's the one show I watch weekly. That and What We Do in the Shadows, but that ended. The season ended.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I mean, not disappointed in What We Do in the Shadows. I was sad there weren't more episodes left because the end of the season was when I really felt it was coming together. I didn't really like the baby Colin jokes at the beginning that much.
Yeah, no, I did. It grew on me with the Roblox stuff. It's like I was like, I hate it, but I know kids who do that, so it's funny.
My non-manga recommendation is going to be Goodwill. Go shop at Goodwill and look for books and stuff.
You motherfucker. I have, before we end, I have some beef with Goodwill.
Well, tell me about it.
Well, first off, I bought a wonderful golf jacket from there just because I saw it. I'm like, okay, gonna do that, buy that. Great jacket. On the other side, I needed a microwave. So I buy a $9 microwave from Goodwill.
That was your fault.
It is I haven't even used it, to be quite frank with you, but it is wider than my fridge. So,
one time I bought, like when I was first starting to stream, I bought a second monitor from Goodwill, and
how'd that go?
It had a DVD player built into it. I'm so serious. Like right in the front of the monitor, it had a DVD slot you could put DVDs into.
Did you ever use that?
No. I should have, though.
You should have.
My friend, because he's a streamer, and that's now his second monitor.
Because he was just using his
cracked phone. He was using his cracked phone to look at Twitch chat before that.
You should have kept it. That's a relic.
Yeah, it was kind of like I've never seen anything like that.
I've never heard or seen anything like that.
It was kind of crazy, but okay. So you didn't say anything truly terrible about Goodwill.
No, I'm just really pissed that I bought this microwave.
Go look for books in particular and board games. There's some good selections of that. I found some like old R.A. Salvatore Dungeons and Dragons books.
That's like, good.
Like one of them is like the whole Drist trilogy in one book, the collector's edition. I got for like $6, and that's fucking sick. I'm a big D&D nerd, so this sort of stuff is like hell yeah. I'm going.
I wish I was a bigger D&D nerd, but don't have the
time.
I
was. I like the other editions quite a bit. I haven't played a lot of the newer one. I mean, I have played a lot of the newer one. I'm just kind of like tired of it. I play other stuff now.
I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah, you don't have the time for like anything.
I really don't. Literally, I mean, this sounds like such a bitch thing to say because I mean, like working was easier than this because at least like working, it stays there once I'm done. This, I go to class all day. I come back. I do my work, do my reading, and I fall asleep at like 8 or 9 on a good day. And then I rinse and repeat. And then these fuckers, they're like, "Yeah, Nick, that man, it's all about networking, dude." And then we go out to the bars, we go hang out, and I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling hard. I can't keep all this stuff up, man.
I believe in you, man. It is all about the networking, though. You gotta do that.
No, it really is.
I was watching Better Call Saul, and that's what they do. They network.
There is a girl in my class who's exactly like Kim Wexler.
That's great.
Dude, gotta find me my Kim Wexler.
You could be Jimmy McGill.
It's Slippin' Jimmy.
Not our parf. Robbing them blind.
Slipping.
Oh man! Go watch Better Call Saul. Of course, that shit's great. It got robbed at the Emmys.
Fucking.
It has 46 nominations and 0 wins.
Not one.
Not a single one. I mean, I understand why Squid Games won a bunch.
Yes.
Fuck. They could have tossed Better Call Saul a bone.
It reminded me that Squid Games was this year.
Yeah, that felt like 2 years ago at this point.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I think that about wraps it up for Chapter 12 of the Manga Melee podcast. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at Manga Melee Pod. That's all one word. If you want to follow us or follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Shardbase. That's at Shard, as in a shard of glass, and at Base as in will be the base god. Parf, why don't you tell them where they can find you?
Don't.
Yeah, you can't. You can't perceive him. He doesn't want it.
I mean, if you really want to, I'm on TikTok. I haven't posted there in a week. Don't have the time for you.
You probably lost 80. You probably lost 80% of your followers.
No, I'm still growing, bro. I'm still growing.
Okay, I got you. I was just yanking your chain there. I'm glad you're still growing. Maybe make some TikToks about your shitty apartment.
Yo, guys.
That's what I should do. That my apartment sucks. Fucking. Yeah, never mind. I don't want to get into it. Yeah, so follow us, give us a like. Thank you once again for listening to Chapter 12 of the Manga Podcast, and we will see you guys in the next couple weeks. Peace.